What's poppin', piece of rats? It's me, Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's all tea, all shade, love and hip hop Atlanta season 10, episode 27 review. I drop videos Monday through Sunday. Everything that I say is for entertainment purposes only and not to be taken seriously. So if that works for you, then let's get into tonight's review. But before we begin, want to remind you all that this Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time is my interview with Love and Marriage Huntsville star Melody Cherie. You do not want to miss this interview. Okay, you guys, so tonight is the season finale episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So the episode starts off with Kendra meeting up with her mom and brother to tell them about Jock having a baby on her. So on the day of, Jock wussed out and did not come. She says that he tried to use his mom having cancer and having chemo a few days prior as a reason not to come, but he's still been doing everything else that he wanted to do. So she tells her mom and brother that he stepped out on her and had a baby. She says, we were barely together. We were going through a lot of stuff. And her mama was like, well, you know, y'all been through this before y'all got married when he cheated on you. So it's just like, what you want me to do? Like, mama looking at her like, girl, you's a goddamn fool. So the mama was like, you know, you accepted it. You accepted it, obviously, because you went on and married him. So come on now. And her brother was like, you know, if I would have known, I would have told you to run. And he was like, you know, the likelihood of people changing is slim. And at this point, I don't know why she's still with him. Like, he cheated on you before y'all got married. He cheated on you again that resulted in this baby. Now this Mita situation. Like, what is it about this nigga that you love so much? Like, I really would love to know. Would love to know. So she says in her confessional that she's scared to bring up the whole Mita situation. I was like, I bet you are. Because, I mean, you already look like a plum diggity damn fool. Her mama tear up because, you know, her mama is disappointed. And she's sad for her daughter. And she said that her daughter a goddamn dummy at this point. And, I mean, I know she's close to her family. But the fact that she wants to have him come with her to tell them about this baby and stuff like that. Like, we not kids. Like, y'all are grown middle-aged people. He had a baby on me, I stayed in a fucking conversation. Like, what more needs to be done? It's like you want him to be punished by your family because you are too fucking weak to do it yourself. So then we go back to Vegas with Sierra, DeBam, and Erica, and they sitting down talking. And Sierra was basically like, I just feel like Carly be trying to punk me. Like, she just be trying to fuck with me. And then she gonna have this party here at our house and invite all these people. She gonna have Spice here. Then she gonna have that other bitch here. And then she gonna invite that bitch Safari. Like, she know we don't fuck with them. And I'm just tired of Carly. I am tired of her. So the Bam says to Erica, you know, did you hear about Shakana's crying tour thing? And she was like, no, what happened? So she was like, you know, Safari brought your mini-me to the event. And she was like, wait a minute, is this the same girl that he sent the flowers to? And they was like, yeah. And she was like, wow. So at this point, she just like, what more can this nigga do to me at this point? Like, he has done just so much bullshit to me. And she is just numb to it at this point because he's taken her through so much. But what Erica fails to realize, baby, is that this is karma for everything that your ass did when you was out here thotting and bopping and whoring around with other people men. Now you're getting it back, darling. And you just need to chalk this shit up as a life lesson and as a loss, honey. You got your beautiful kids out of it. So Erica was like, you know, and then to make it worse, he gonna cry to the judge about me making more money than him and how he won 50% custody so I can pay child support. Now, we all know Safari got more money than Erica, so that was some bullshit. Like, he really was doing it to stick it to her ass. And it's so funny how your karma comes back to you in ways and through people that you would never fucking imagine. I know she never imagined in a million years that Safari would be the one to play the shit out of her. So we then see that Kendra brought the family to the house because she was like, nigga, you not gonna skip out on this. So Jock is there. He sits down with her family, and he like a little boy in the principal's office. Like, he is scared shitless. And he says to her mom and brother that, he just didn't know how to face it. Like, it was a lot. And her mom asks, well, what if y'all have a big blow up again? Are you just gonna go out and cheat again? Because y'all gonna have issues. He didn't give an answer. But the brother was like, if you're a repeat offender, I'm coming to get my sister. And I can see what he's saying with that, but bruh, you need to mind your business and get your teeth fixed. You got bigger things to worry about, because your sister is an adult ass woman. If she chooses to stay with this cheating ass nigga, then that's her fucking business. Now, I can see if he was putting his hands on her. That's one thing. But obviously she wants to stay. So I don't agree with all of that. I think she put her family too much of her business for me. So the mama basically tears up again and tells Jock that she is just not happy with him or the situation, and that she cannot respect him. And, he hang his head in shame and all of that stuff. And I think that he's shameful for the moment. Do I think that he's shameful for a lifetime? No. Do I think he gonna cheat on her again? Yeah. So we then go to the big blow up of the episode. Shekinah has a Grammy watch party to watch the Grammys to see whether or not Spice won. She has majority of the cast there. Momma Dee is there, and Scrap and the Bam come, and she's upset because her and Scrappy got into it over the phone and he cussed out. So she asks to speak to him one-on-one. They go up in the seats and they talk. And she says to him that, he was real disrespectful with the way that he was cussing at her and speaking to her on the phone, and was like, you don't talk to me like that. And he admits that he cussed her out, but at the same token, he was like, he tired of her constantly disrespecting him and going around and telling they damn business. So Scrap was like, I grew up hard. I grew up really hard. And in his confessional, he says, that he grew up around whores because, his mama was a pimp, and around crack pipes. And he thought that lifestyle was normal. He didn't even realize how fucked up the situation was. And I don't think that Momma Dee has fully recognized the damage that she has done to her children. I really honestly don't. So Momma Dee was like, I tell your truth. And he was like, you tell your own damn truth. You don't have to go around speaking for me. Like, come on. And honestly, this argument that we saw on tonight's episode has been long overdue. We have seen 10 years. We've seen 10 years of her sticking her beak in that man's life and trying to run his life and run every woman out of his life outside of Shay. And it's long overdue that he finally has started to stick up for himself and cut that umbilical cord. So Kirk then comes over to mediate and make sure it doesn't get, crazy, because we all know Scrap, when he gets angry, he, lashes out. So Scrappy was like, dog, she done told me, fuck you. She done said, fuck you. I ain't never talked to her like that before. And Kirk was like, but your mama crazy. No. People got to stop with that shit. People have to stop with that shit. Oh, such and such how she is. Or how he is. No, that don't make it right. That don't make it okay. It does not. I have had my own issues like that in my own family and with folks. Nah, people got to be held accountable for the shit that they do. I don't give a goddamn if you my mama, my daddy, whoever. You just can't go around treating anybody any kind of way and think that you gonna get away with it. Absolutely the fuck not. No. So Momma Dee was like, you can bring all my skeletons out. I don't lie or pretend or live beyond my means. And that's what really got him, because that was a dig. That was a dig at him and the Bam when she said, I don't live beyond my means, because that's when he snapped. And he was like, see, this is why I don't talk to your motherfucking ass. You a weird ass mama. It's obvious that she was trying to make reference to the fact that they over there living above their means, having financial issues and stuff like that. And that was fucked up. You don't do your child like that. You don't tell your child business. You don't try to embarrass your child like that. So Scrappy storms down the steps. The Bam trying to, calm him down, but at this point he is just belligerent. So Shekinah was like, she hurt those Scrap, and he was like, me and my sister hurt too. I don't tell your motherfucking business. So he punches the balloons and shit. Bam steady trying to calm him down, but it's not working. So Shekinah was like, Momma Dee, go hug him. He hurt. And she was like, I'm hurt. And he was like, you hurt. Go blame that on your mama. Blame that on your daddy. I ain't did nothing to you. I'm your child. Woo, Lord. Lord, 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 Lord. Been there, had that conversation. Woo. This episode was some shit that was so fucking relatable to me. So the Bam was like, Momma Dee, your son is hurt. And Scrap was like, Bam, it don't even fucking matter. I don't care no more. And everybody's crowding around Scrap. And he was like, I don't have nobody. I don't have nobody. And I was like, ooh, you don't have your wife. But then that goes back to him always saying that the Bam is not there for him either emotionally when he needs her. Like, she's kind of cold like Momma Dee. And I can see that. I can see that in the Bam where she has those traits where she's not as emotionally available for him like he would like. You know what I'm saying? Which is sad. Really, really sad. I felt so bad for Scrappy in tonight's episode. Momma Dee refuses to take accountability for anything that she does or has said and stands on the fact that that's her son, so she can say whatever the hell she want to. Boy, people are nuts. So the Bam was like, you not trying to be a mama, you trying to be a socialite. And I was like, girl, you better speak a word. So Spice arrives, and we all know she did not win. But she's still on a, career high. Safari arrives, and then Scrappy comes back inside, and he just has to get his emotions off his chest. And he says to Momma Dee, you're my mama. And then he turns to Bam and was like, and you're my wife. I don't have nobody if y'all ain't with me. So I need for y'all to show me. And she was like, I got you. I'm going to show you. And she hugs him. And Scrappy then turns to Momma Dee and was like, you got to stop. Because you don't have nobody. That ought to make you support this even more, because I want somebody. I'm in love with this. All of this. And I was like, you better pour your heart out, because you don't see black men, or hell, men in general, pour their heart out the way that he did and be so open and honest with his emotions and his feelings. And it was really good to see him claim his love for the Bam. You know what I'm saying? And he said, you know why I am the way I am with her? And Momma Dee was like, because you saw what I went through. He was like, no, I saw your lifestyle. I grew up in a whorehouse. All I knew was that. And I love you because you held it down, but you never had to sleep with your mama 24/7 because you couldn't go in your room. You never had to walk in on motherfuckers doing drugs. You never had to walk in on people fucking. I had to deal with that, and I'm still dealing with that because ain't nobody take me to get no help. I live with that and think about that every day. I can't go to you, he says to Bam, because she's hard. And then he said, I can't go to you because you're hard. And I was like, oh my God, that's literally what I just said. Because, I watched the episode as I'm recording. And I was like, that's literally what I just said. The Bam is not emotionally available, just like his mama. And he married his mother in that aspect. She doesn't know how to be vulnerable and be there for him emotionally like he would like. You know what I'm saying? He's searching for that motherly love, outpouring of affection, and they both lack that, his mama and his wife. And that's a lot to deal with. And he then says to Momma Dee, you helped me with my rap career. Ain't nobody else do that. So, I love my mama and I love my wife. And Momma Dee was like, and I love you too. And she says that she's going to work on, not telling his business and staying out of their marriage. But as we've all seen, she did not hold true to her word. She's still been attacking Bam and him on social media. All of this was filmed in February of this year. So like I said, over the summertime, and just here recently, like a few weeks ago, I just did a video of her verbally going at them drunkenly on social media. So at some point, it's going to get to the point where Scrap is just going to have to wipe his hands of his mama and disassociate himself from her, because she isn't or hasn't changed, and it doesn't seem like she takes him seriously enough to change. And I feel like the only way he's going to be able to make his marriage work is to love her from a distance. And it's sad, but sometimes you got to do that with folks. So Shekinah was like, we all been going through this love affair that ain't ours. And everybody knows she talking about Safari and Erica. And everybody's like, oh God, Shekinah, stay out of these folks' business. Mind your business. And she was like, people out here not taking care of their kids. Shots fired at Safari. And Erica was like, stop. And she was like, no, don't tell me to stop because I need to say this. And Safari was like, boo, boo. It's not funny though. So Shekinah was like, you need to be a daddy. And Safari was like, you need to be a nanny. Why would he say that? He's so ignorant. So Shekinah was like, y'all got 2 little children, bro. Y'all got 2 children that don't need to see y'all act like that. And Safari was like, it's children. Love Safari. He cracks me up. So Erica jumps in and was like, I play Safari videos for Maji in our living room every day. And she was like, how that, makes me feel? She was like, we created them kids out of love. Stop hurting me, especially because, I really, 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 really loved you. She was like, I'm taking care of our kids. It's draining me. I'm losing weight. She was like, that boy acts just like you, even though he looks like me. I'm always going to love you because we had them together, but I need a break. She was like, Maji misses you and Legend dances every time he hears your music. Everybody crying and stuff. And Erica was like, can I just go at this point? So she leaves. Safari in his confession was like, it is what it is. No more talking needs to be done. He just wants the divorce to be over. He was like, we no longer look at each other the same. And we just got to figure out a way to co-parent at this point because he is over it. He is over it. He is over it. He is over it. So at the end of the episode, everybody updates us on where they are now. And in the end, Safari and Erica's divorce is finally finalized. And Erica finds out while she's filming her confessionals, and Scrappy happens to be there that day, and she's jumping up and down. She's so elated. She's so happy that the divorce is final until she learns that she doesn't get any financial support from Safari because she received primary custody, so he doesn't have to pay anything. Now, that was just for child support, so I don't know if he had to give her any alimony. I don't know. That wasn't brought up, but she's destroyed, and she's crying and telling Scrappy is not fair. She calls the Bam and Sierra and tell them, and she tells her mom, and she was like, it is what it is. I just got to work hard. And she was like, I'm just going to take the time to work on myself and get me together, which she does need to. It's unfortunate. It's sad. But it is what it is at this point. You know what I'm saying? I think that Erica thought she was going to come out of this divorce, like I said, with, a nice little chunk of change every month. And boy, did she have a rude awakening because Safari was ready on his side. And like I said, Safari got more money than her. Safari over there living in another mansion, child, right now. Beautiful home. Furnishing it with custom furniture and everything else. Last I saw, Erica had a condo in Miami. She hasn't really posted anything here lately. So I don't know if that's still her living situation. But yeah, that's where we are. So the reunion begins next week. Of course, I'll be doing reviews on the reunion, and the Surreal Life will return next week. And then after that, we have Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion coming up, which looks like it's going to be drama filled and ratchet. And we know we love Ratchet Mondays. Overall, I'm going to give this season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, I'm going to give it overall a C+ because things didn't really get good until this second half of the season. That's when we got back to the old good ratchet Mondays that we miss. I'm still mad that they have canceled Hollywood and New York. I wish those were coming back because they can honestly let Miami go. Miami is a snooze fest. But yeah, it was a good season. Let me know what y'all thought down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. You guys, I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.